Hello, so this is a tutorial on how to do glow animation, scribble animation that you may have seen on K-pop dance videos, other dance videos, or just various other creative videos. As a preface, I would like to say that this process is very time consuming as you are going frame by frame animating. However, I did find that this is probably the most efficient way, unfortunately. So to be able to follow along with me, you're going to have the latest version of After Effects. From what I know, the program is available on PCs, however, I use a MacBook laptop and my trackpad to draw. I'm going to be using this very short clip of Everglow Dun Dun to animate. So the first thing you're going to want to do after you create a new project in After Effects is drag in or import your video. After you have your video, you're going to want to drag it down to beside the timeline and then duplicate it. Make sure the top clip is selected. As you see, the program is very laggy because I was screen recording at the same time, so my computer had a bit of a meltdown. Next, you're going to select the little paintbrush button in the top left corner of the screen. Then in the bottom right corner, you're going to see two color selections, so you're going to press the top one and choose your color. Next, you have to make sure you click on the layer button instead of the composition button so you can draw directly onto your video. From here, you can zoom in however much you like. I prefer 200% for longer lines and 400% for minor details. Pick the size you want your brush to be. Because I'm animating Mia's hair for this particular part, I chose brush size 3. As you can see, I'm not being very exact here because I was rushing to get this done before my computer totally gave up on me. For things like hair, you don't have to be super exact. If you're too exact, it won't flow the right way. To make the lines as similar as possible, I like to toggle between frames so I know approximately where the previous line was. Because the original video is only about 30 frames per second, this only took about 10 minutes for 11 frames. After I did what I wanted to, I changed the opacity in the bottom right corner to 75% so it could fade out nicely. The opacity of the first frame is 75, the second frame 50, and the third frame 25%. Although my computer is laggy, once you play back the video, you will be able to see that any minor flaws are invisible. Next, select Effects and Presets and a list should pop up on the right side. In the Effects controls, make sure you select Paint on Transparent and move to your composition. In the Effects and Presets search bar, search for Glow and drag the effect onto your clip. Here I'm using After Effects pre-downloaded Glow effect. The pre-downloaded effect works perfectly fine and you can play with the effect as much as you want. Personally, for the glow, I like to use an effect called S-Glow by Sapphire, which is an extension of After Effects. I found that Sapphire's effect is cleaner, brighter, and in my opinion looks better. Here I did stop video recording so I could finish the clip on my own. After I finish the clip, you can see on the left side that there are multiple paint effects and the glow effect. Make sure that the glow effect is the last one on the list. It doesn't matter how many paint effects you have active as long as the first one is set to Paint on Transparent. Once you make sure that the Paint on Transparent is on and the glow effect is on, you can add your project to the render queue. Make sure that lossless is set to RGB and your output is to wherever you want it saved. Click render and wait till your project is successfully exported. From here, you're technically done, but I recommend importing your project to Final Cut Pro or another software so you can increase saturation or decrease exposure. To conclude, I would like to say that not all the programs I use in this video are free. Some have free trials, some may have a link or two. I don't have any, but I personally bought these programs. This is a tutorial based on my first year using After Effects. I animated like this up until a few weeks ago, and now I animate on a Wacom Cintiq 16 tablet. I also use an extension called Paint and Stick, which is slightly more complicated than the regular paint effect. Paint and Stick is an amazing program, however, I mainly use it for a tool called Onion Skin. A big part of using these programs is troubleshooting. Sometimes things go wrong and the internet might not always have the answers. My advice is to save your project and play around with things until you fix the problem. I usually take about 5 to 50 hours on each project depending on the length of the project and the FPS. Your first few projects may not turn out exactly how you like them, but practice is key in this media. Doing this takes a lot of patience and it is perfectly normal to feel stuck and frustrated, and sometimes you just need to leave it alone for a while. If you're interested in this media, I think it is so different and so fun to do, even if it is very frustrating sometimes. Anyways, I hope this tutorial helped. I tried to make it as fast and clear as possible. Thank you for watching and for listening. Please subscribe, like, check out my other animations. I really appreciate it.